Hey there everyone, it is time to have the ultimate competition between the top 3 models in the AI space. On the left side, I have the state of the art model from Anthropic, that is Claude for Opus. On the middle, we have Gemini 2.5 Pro, and on the right, we have OpenAI O3. So, which is the best coding model? Let's find out, guys. Let's get into the coding section. So the first question that we are asking is, can you code a dragon using HTML, CSS and JS? Show side view of the dragon and give your best implementation in one single code. By the way, guys, I have selected Claude for Opus and I have set the max tokens and budget tokens to absolutely to max settings. So this should be analogous to the extended thinking or even better than that. With that being said, let's send this question to all models and let's see who wins. Okay everyone, we have got the responses from all 3 models. Let's start with OpenAI O3. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer and paste it and let's preview it. Okay, so this is what OpenAI O3 has come up with. Let's do one thing, let's go to full screen. So this you can see, it does look like a dragon. You have the legs, the neck, eyes, the tail. It says click the dragon to breathe fire. So when we ask it to breathe fire, it is doing it in the opposite direction. It should come from the front. Anyways guys, this is what OpenAI O3 has come up with. Meanwhile, let's move on to Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's copy the code, open up a HTML viewer and let's paste that and let's preview it. Okay, so that is a very cute dragon guys. It looks good, comparatively better than OpenAI O3. Let's move on. Let's look at what the newest model in the bunch, Opus 4 has come up with. Let's open up a HTML viewer, let's paste that and let's preview it. So this is what Opus has come up with. So it looks kind of good guys. We do have the toes, the neck, wings and everything. But comparatively I think Gemini 2.5 Pro is better. And the best implementation is from Claude 3.7 Sonnet actually. I don't know for what reason Opus is giving us responses like this. Let's do one thing guys. Let's try something new. Before that, let's actually give a win to Gemini 2.5 Pro and then we'll try something new. So in the system prompt, we'll actually mention think extensively and for very long time, even if it's not required. So we'll be having this system prompt enabled and let's try this question once more guys and we'll see if we actually see any difference. So have set the prompt for all 3 models. Let's actually run it and we'll see if we actually see any difference. Okay everyone, we have got the responses from 3 models and you can see even this time, Claude for Opus didn't think for long enough. We explicitly mentioned to think for very long time, but the thinking tokens are very less, you can see. Anyways guys, it's a decision from Anthropic and the personality of the model. We are doing an apples to apples comparison. We can't provide an undue benefit to Claude models. Anyways, let's see what they have come up with. Again, we'll start with OpenAI O3. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer, paste that and let's preview it. So this time around it's actually worse. Anyways, let's see what Gemini 2.5 Pro has come up with. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer and let's paste that and let's preview it. Okay, so it is very similar to its previous responses but actually worse. Let's see Claude for Opus. Open up HTML viewer and let's paste that and let's preview it. Okay, so this time around it's a bit better but nothing much has changed. So all in all guys, in the dragon question, I will give a win to Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's move on to the next question. And will not be providing the system prompt that I used previously. We'll be doing a fair comparison guys. So the next question is, build absolutely the best implementation of Super Mario game in a web page without using any external assets and in one single code. Let's run this and let's see what they come up with. So again you can see guys, the thinking is very less guys. You can see it's scrollable. I mean it's just few hundred tokens of thinking. On the comparison, you can see the thinking tokens of Gemini. You can see how much I have to scroll actually. And OpenAI O3 has still not given us a response, so you can see it might be thinking for very long. But as I said previously, it's a personality of the models. We'll have to accept that and compare the responses. Okay everyone, we have the responses. Let's start with OpenAI O3. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer, let's paste that and let's preview it. So okay, that is a very basic game guys actually, and when I'm trying to move, it's actually moving the screen as well. Let's see if that improves when I go to full screen. So okay, now it's working. So we are able to kill the enemies. Yes, we are able to take the power-ups as well. All in all, it looks like an okay game guys. Observe this, I am not able to actually take the coin over here. Let's move on. We are able to kill the enemies. Okay, it says game over. Even after it's saying game over, the Mario is in its place. That should not have happened. Let's click enter and the enter button is also not working guys. So all in all, a very basic implementation to be honest. Let's keep it as it is. And okay everyone, let's move on to Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer and let's preview it. And okay, it looks very nice guys actually. Let's do one thing, let's go move on to full screen. Okay, it looks kind of good guys. I'm able to take the power ups and it looks nice guys. Let's see if we are able to win. and it says you win. We also have a play again button, so that's nice. Although I would say the best implementation was from Claude 3.7 Sonnet, but all in all it's a very good response, guys. Let's see what Claude for Opus has come up with. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer, let's paste that and let's preview it. Okay. So it has given us an instruction, guys. Welcome to Super Mario. It gives us the controls and everything. So first we have to actually, read the controls, only then we'll be able to play. Okay, so we are in the full screen, guys. Let's close it and okay, guys, it looks significantly good, guys. Significantly good. It looks like the original game, guys. We are able to take the coins. We have the power up as well. So it looks absolutely awesome, guys. Although I would say the best implementation was from Claude 3.7 Sonnet in my opinion, but it's nice that it actually gave us the instruction at the first, guys. One more issue that we have is, you can see the Mario is kind of in the air. Anyways, let's see if we are actually okay. So the map comes down, guys, like the original game, and we also have level 2, guys. Okay, that is nice. So it barely used its thinking tokens, guys, and was able to give us such a good game, guys. Let's see actually how many levels are there. Okay, so level 2 is done. We have level 3 as well, guys. So I'll just give me a minute, I'll play the whole game. Actually, okay, so there is a power up as well. We have crossed level 3 as well, and it says you win. Absolutely awesome, guys. Absolutely awesome. So comparatively, it's clear that who is the winner. It's just Claude 4 Opus. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, create a JavaScript animation of falling letters. So it should be pretty much easy for this very powerful models. But anyways, let's see. You can see, guys, it is actually hitting the rate limit in Opus. So they have highly rate limited this model. Anyways, guys, if you are enjoying the video, please do hit the like button. That helps me a lot, guys. Thank you. Okay, everyone, we have got the responses. Let's start with OpenAI O3. Let's open up HTML viewer. Let's paste that and let's preview it. Okay, guys, I do see a black screen actually. That should not have happened. Let's do one thing. Let's move on to the full screen and okay, even here we don't see anything. So that is a fail from OpenAI O3. Let's move on to Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's open up HTML viewer. Let's paste that and let's preview it. Let's move on to Gemini 2.5 Pro, guys. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer and paste that. And okay, we do see the ball, unlike OpenAI O3 which gave us a black screen but the letters are not visible, guys. It was not able to fetch it, guys, I think. So it's okay. Let's move on to Claude 4 Opus. Let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer and paste that and let's preview it. And okay, it was able to fetch the letters, guys. And for some weird reason, it actually looks one of the best, guys. You can also see the alphabets are of varied sizes instead of being just one size. Also, they are falling in the correct manner. They're toppling over. Also, the ball has kind of a glow, you can see. So that is a win for Opus. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, everyone. Now we are moving into the Python questions. So the question is, write a Python code for a hollow circle with an opening. There are 2 balls inside it, and when one ball exits, 2 new balls appear. It has to code proper collision with the walls of the circle and everything. Let's see what they come up with. Let's hit run on all 3 models. Okay, everyone, we have got the responses from all 3 models. Let's start with OpenAI O3. Let's paste the code and let's run it. And okay, we do have what we expected, and it also has sound, guys. That's absolutely awesome. Let's wait for a ball to actually exit the opening and okay. It also has different sound, guys, when a ball exits. That's nice. Okay, that is a nice response from OpenAI O3. Let's move on to Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's paste the code and let's run it. And okay, we do have balls of varied sizes and also the sound is kind of different, guys. That's the first time I'm hearing something like that. Okay, when the balls actually hit each other, the sound is different, guys. Let's see if this ball exits, what happens. Okay. So Gemini 2.5 Pro has 3 distinct sounds, guys. One when it hits the wall, one it's when the balls hit each other, and another when a ball exits. That's nice. Okay, everyone, let's move on to the newest model, that is Claude 4 Opus. Let's copy the code, let's paste that and let's run it. And okay, it looks stunning, guys. I have to say that. It's going to be tough, guys. All 3 models actually pass the question, if I am being honest. So let's see what happens when a ball exits. Okay. So even Claude 4 Opus has 3 distinct sounds, guys, if you hear clearly. So it's a close call from Gemini 2.5 Pro and Claude 4 Opus. But based on the looks, if we nitpick, I think Claude 4 Opus is comparatively better, guys. I'll have to say that. So that's a win for Claude 4 Opus. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, everyone, now things should get pretty much difficult because we are entering hard questions. So this question is, design a Python program that simulates Earth's rotation. And I have mentioned all the details that I require. Let's hit run on all 3 models. Okay, everyone, we have got the responses. let's start with OpenAI O3. Let's copy the code, let's paste that and let's run it. And okay, I think that's an error, guys. So since these are hard questions, we'll give these models actually a chance to improve themselves and correct their responses. So I'll paste the error and will mention, please fix the response and give your best. Give complete code. So let's send this to OpenAI O3. Meanwhile, let's move on to Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's paste the code and let's run it. And okay, again, it didn't work, guys. So again, we'll copy the error and paste that and we'll mention the same thing. So let's send this and let's move on to Claude for Opus. Let's copy the code. Let's paste that and we don't see any kind of errors. Let's run it. And okay, guys, that actually works. We do have controls as well. So let's see if we are actually able to zoom out and zoom in. Okay, we are able to zoom in as well, guys. So we do see the earth and the moon. I think this is the top view of the earth because you can see, I think this black circle is kind of showing the day and night cycle from top view, but yeah, it's clearly not recognizable as earth. So we'll be mentioning this to Claude. So we are mentioning, I only see white blobs. It doesn't look like earth. Give your absolute best. Give me complete updated code. So let's run this. Meanwhile, I think OpenAI O3 is done, guys. Let's see if we actually see any improvement. Let's copy the code. Let's paste that and let's run it. So again, it didn't work, guys. That's again an error. Meanwhile, let's see what Gemini 2.5 Pro has done. If all models actually give a bad response, then we can give it another try. But let's see. Again, an error from Gemini 2.5 Pro as well. Let's move on to Claude for Opus, guys. Let's copy the code. Let's paste that. So it was already running in the previous version. Let's see what has improved. Let's run it. Okay, guys. So comparatively, it actually looks better, guys. We do see blobs of land. I think these are clouds which are mentioned through swirling motion. We don't see day and night cycle very clearly, and this is most probably the moon, guys. So this will be a win for Claude for Opus. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, guys. So the next question is, develop the most advanced and fully featured pinball game possible in Python without requiring any external assets or dependencies. So let's run this. Let's see what they come up with. Okay, everyone, we have got the responses. Let's start with OpenAI O3. Let's copy the code. Let's paste that and let's run it. Okay, so we do see a very basic implementation and the controls are barely moving, guys. The ball is falling very slowly, and let's see what happens when it hits. Okay, guys, it hits and bounces. So it's technically working, guys, but it's actually very slow. So the part of the question, I think, is also to give actually an optimized version. So it is a working code, guys, but we'll have to speed things up. So we'll just mention that the game is working, but it's very slow. Please give the best possible version. Complete code. We'll send this to OpenAI O3. Meanwhile, let's see what Gemini 2.5 Pro has come up with. Let's run this. And okay, that didn't run, guys. That's actually a fail. So we'll copy the error. Let's paste that to Gemini 2.5 Pro and we'll mention. Okay, let's send that to Gemini 2.5 Pro and move on to Claude for Opus. Let's paste the code and let's run it. And that didn't run, guys. We do have a stereo mixer error. So we'll mention this error and we'll say, please fix the error and give me the best possible code. Maybe we'll also mention that no need to provide audio. So let's send this to Opus as well. Meanwhile, I think OpenAI O3 is done, guys. So let's copy the code. It was already working. That was a good head start. Let's run that to see if there's actually an improvement. Okay, so it's working, guys. But the ball is at the bottom, guys, for some weird reason. Let's run it once again. Okay, now it's working. You can see. So it is also interacting with the flaps that we have. So it's kind of a working code, guys. That's nice. Meanwhile, Gemini 2.5 Pro is also done, guys. So let's paste the code and let's run it. Okay, that looks awesome, guys. I have to say that looks absolutely awesome. Press R to start the game. Okay, so the ball is released and again it's going to somewhere else actually. Okay, now it's working, guys. Now it's working. So the ball is at the top. I have to say it's comparatively smoother, guys. Now the ball is stuck at the top, guys. Let's do one thing. Let's run it once again. We might have to do multiple runs, I guess. Anyways, Claude is generating, so that's not an issue. We have time. Okay, let's do that once again and the flaps are actually way far, guys. It's hard to play. Okay, so it says game over. So I'll have to say that it's comparatively a better response. So it's very hard to get actually the ball into the, playing space. Anyways, that is a working code. Okay, everyone, we have got the responses. Let's copy the code from Claude for Opus and let's paste that and let's run it. And that didn't run, guys. Invalid color argument. We'll have to move on, guys. So comparatively, I would say that OpenAI O3 was able to give us a working response in one go, but when given multiple chances, Gemini 2.5 Pro was actually better. So that's a win for Gemini 2.5 Pro. Let's move on to the next question. Okay everyone, so the next question is create state-of-the-art Pacman game in Python. Let's run this on all three models and let's see what they come up with. Okay everyone, Gemini 2.5 Pro and Claude 4 Opus are still generating, but OpenAI O3 is done. So we'll copy the code, we'll paste that and let's run it. Okay, we have two-dimensional stereo mixer error guys. So we'll just mention that no need of an audio. So we'll mention this error and we'll say, please fix the error and give me the best possible complete code. You can see guys, we are moving to harder questions, so they need multiple responses to actually give us a working code. By the way, if you are liking the test, please do hit the like button. That absolutely helps the channel and me as well to bring more such content to you. Okay, so Gemini and Opus are still generating and we have got the second response as well from OpenAI O3, but we'll wait. Let's look at Gemini 2.5 Pro guys. Let's copy the code. Let's paste that and let's run it. Okay, programmatic Pacman game. Enter to start. Okay, and that didn't run guys. It says list index out of range. So this happens when the maze is not correctly coded. So we'll just mention this error and we'll mention please fix the error and your best possible complete. So meanwhile, let's move on to Claude 4 Opus. This is the first response from Claude 4 Opus. Let's paste the code and let's run it. Okay, it says press paste to start. Okay, it looks awesome guys. Absolutely awesome guys. Let me do one thing. Let's reduce the sound a bit. Okay. It looks absolutely awesome guys. So when we eat the ghost, you can see it actually appears as a goggle, something like that. Let's see, let's go near the ghost to see if they actually are able to identify us. So they are not following us guys, that is an issue, but all in all it looks absolutely awesome. You can see I'm just moving right there and they are not able to see me. Anyways guys, the Pacman's mouth is opening very clearly. That is nice to see. A very good response from Opus. So we'll just mention one thing. The ghosts are actually not following me even when I go close to them or even be in front of them. They don't see me. Fix this issue and give your best version and complete. Okay, so we are sending this, and meanwhile let's move on to the second iteration actually. So OpenAI O3, as I said before, has already given us the second response. So let's copy the code, let's paste that and let's run it. Okay, array must be a one-dimensional for mono mixer. So again we have got an error guys. Let's do one thing. We'll just ask OpenAI O3 to get rid of the audio and give us the same exact code. So that should not change the things. Meanwhile, both Claude and Gemini 2.5 Pro are generating. We have seen that OpenAI O3 is very quick with its response guys. I think that is the inference speed with OpenAI's API. Okay, we have got the second iteration from Gemini 2.5 Pro. So I hope this time it works. So let's run the code. It says programmatic Pacman game as before. Let's enter to start. Okay, it looks absolutely awesome. But the Pacman is actually not moving guys. So we'll mention the game looks good but the Pacman is actually not moving. Give complete updated code. Meanwhile, Claude 4 Opus is taking some time guys. I think it is giving us a very long code. Okay, we have got the response. So let's copy the code. Let's paste that and let's run it. Okay, so now we have controls guys. It says ghost behaviors and you can see the behaviors of all the ghosts is mentioned. We have got the arrow keys, instructions and everything. That is nice guys. Claude gives us very good instructions and the improvement on different iterations is also very nice. Let's hit space to start. Okay, so now the ghosts are actually moving guys. Let's eat the ghost. Okay, that is the complete Pacman game guys. That is the complete Pacman game guys. Now you can see the ghost is actually following us and this is the best response that I've ever got guys. This is the best response. There's nothing wrong in it. There's nothing wrong in it guys. Nothing wrong. It has various sounds. It feels smooth and different ghosts have different behavior. An absolutely stunning response guys. So this was the second iterations. We'll not be going into the third iterations, although Gemini and O3 are generating, but guys the performance is absolutely stunning with Opus and I'll give this a win. So let's move on to the next question. Let's head over to my website guys and let's move on to the problem section, coding problems, and here you can actually see all the coding questions. Let's pick one of my favorite questions, the music equalizer. So let's copy the prompt and let's paste that to all three models. By the way guys, the link of the website will be in the description. You can check all the questions. Okay, so let's send this question guys. This is one of the favorite questions actually. Okay guys, so Gemini and Opus are generating, but O3 is done as always. It is very fast guys. So let's copy the code, let's paste that and let's run it. Okay, we do have the visualizer. Let's open up a music. Let's select the music guys and let's open it and let's hit play.
I don't want something terrible. What should I tell the key?
Guys, it looks absolutely awesome guys.
I'm hypocritical.
It looks absolutely awesome guys. Even better than the previous version.
Could be beautiful or maybe terrible. Only one way to know. Only one way to know.
I think the sensitivity is quite low.
Only one way to know.
Okay, that was a very nice response. Let's look at what Gemini 2.5 Pro gives us. So let's copy the code, let's paste that and let's run it. Okay, that didn't run. That's actually a fail guys. So let's keep it aside and let's see what Claude Opus has come up with. I'm very excited actually. I hope something good comes out. So there's no error. Let's run it. Okay, so the visualizer is over here. Select an audio file and let me select the music. Let's open it and let's hit play.
Tell me how you feel.
Okay,
Real. I don't wanna overshow. I don't know. Feeling like I'm on.
we also have the option to reduce and decrease the volume guys.
Or maybe
That is nice.
terrible. I know I shouldn't ask you to be open with me when I have my secrets that I tend to keep safely under lock and key.
It's not that reactive as OpenAI O3 though.
Only one way to know. Only one way to know. Is this a yes or a no? Which way will it go? Only one way to know. Only one way to know.
So it looks good, but it's not as responsive as OpenAI O3's response. Claude's response was looking good, but personally I liked OpenAI O3's response. So I'll give this a win to actually OpenAI O3. And that's actually a first win guys from OpenAI O3. Let's move on to the final question. Let's head over to our website and so the final question is scrolling solar system. Let's copy the prompt and let's paste that. The final question guys, let's see. Let's send this to all three models and let's see what they come up with. By the way guys, I think I forgot to tell what the question is actually about. So you can see it's a scrolling solar system web page. So you might be knowing how we scroll in websites like Apple and animations appear. So they have to build such kind of an single page website and when we scroll each planet actually appears. So it's kind of scrollimation and storytelling through scrolling. When you will see the code actually you will understand. So as always Claude 4 Opus and Gemini are generating. Meanwhile OpenAI O3 is done. So let's copy the code, open up HTML viewer and let's paste that. Let's preview it. Let's hit full screen and okay, it's not scrolling actually for some weird reason. That's not nice. It should have been scrolling. Anyways, we'll keep it like that and Gemini 2.5 Pro is done guys. So let's copy the code and open up HTML viewer. Let's paste that and let's preview it and okay, that looks awesome. Let's hit full screen guys. So journey through the solar system, the sun, that is awesome. We have Mercury from the side. The scrolling animation is nice guys. You can see the planet actually appearing and then coming from one side and going to the other side. Okay, so it was not able to fetch Venus. Okay, it was able to fetch the Earth. The animation looks quite awesome actually. You can see the planets coming and going. Jupiter, Saturn, it was not able to fetch. Uranus, again not able to fetch. Neptune and Journey's End. I do like the animation in the background. The stars are moving. That is nice. So comparatively a better response than OpenAI O3. We know OpenAI models are not very good when it comes to front end. Let's look at Claude 4 Opus. I am excited guys. Let's open up HTML viewer and let's preview it. Okay, so journey through space, embark on an extraordinary voyage through the solar system, the sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth. So try to actually animate guys instead of fetching. So Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So comparatively I will have to say that Gemini 2.5 Pro was better in this one, clearly. So what can we say guys? We nearly did 9 questions. Let's go over all of them one by one. If you talk about the dragon question, clearly Gemini's response was better. We even tried to give the models extended time to think, but even then results didn't change. Moving on to the Super Mario question, Opus actually stunned us with its response, and it also gave us instructions how to play. That was very nice. Moving on to the falling letters question, again Opus response was actually one of the best that I've seen. That's a win. Moving on to bouncing balls question, again it was a very close call between all three models, but Claude 4 Opus according to me was the best. But it was a close call between the models. Talking about the earth rotation question, again Claude 4 Opus was the best. It did have the weird spiral issue. I think it was the clouds that were mentioned, but anyways, it was the best response. Talking about the pinball question, here Gemini 2.5 Pro actually was the best. I mean, like, the response was smooth and it looked stunning. Talking about the Pacman question, we got the best response ever from Claude Opus, and I mean, there was nothing wrong in it. It was the complete game for the first time. Talking about the music equalizer question, this time, personally, according to my taste, OpenAI O3 was more responsive, although it was a close call between OpenAI O3 and Claude 4 Opus. Talking about the solar system question, here again Gemini 2.5 Pro was better, guys. So out of 9 questions, guys, Claude 4 Opus was best in 5 questions. That is a clear sweep. On the second place, we have Gemini 2.5 Pro, which was better in 3 questions, and OpenAI O1, which was just better in 1 question. Let me actually go on to my website and we'll see what was the previous condition. So according to the model recommendations, these are various domains: reasoning, max, backend coding, and front-end coding. So talking about the coding, what about the front-end coding model, guys? The previous was Claude 3.7 Sonnet thinking. Does that change? So according to me, yes. If you talk about just the aesthetics, maybe 3.7 Sonnet could be better, but and the reason is that it actually thinks a lot. But I think Opus is an all-around model, and it actually gave one of the best responses. In some places like the Super Mario question and the Dragon question, in these two questions particularly, it was not on par with 3.7 Sonnet, but looking at the whole picture, yes, the best front-end coding model has to be Claude 4 Opus. Talking about the backend coding model, the previous best was OpenAI O3, but things have to change. Claude 4 Opus actually did a phenomenal performance, whether it was backend or frontend, whether it was Python or using HTML, CSS and JS. In all conditions, it gave us a very good response. So the best backend coding model also has to be Claude 4 Opus. So according to their claims, clearly it is the world's best coding model currently. Talking about the other 3 domains, best reasoning model, best max model, and best overall. For that, we have to do extensive testing of reasoning, max, and after that, if things change, only then the best overall will be updated. By the way, guys, the link of my website will be in the description. You can have a look. I hope I was able to cover all the topics and was able to give a clear differentiation between the models. That's all for today, guys. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.